for the next project, I guess I wanted to move away from angles, and I really wanted to play with curves and sort of their juxtaposition with something very not curvy. And then for the memorial, I was memorializing a guy who was a mime, Marcel. So I didn't really use that many materials. I kind of stuck with foam core because I really liked the black and white stark contrast because I felt that really went more with the look of mine usually. And I also went with brown. Inside, should I tip this over? You can see it.
Yeah, tip it really.
Okay, so inside, I was sort of going with the spiral that other people had going on because I felt like that's really good for walking around. But I also feel like at the end, there comes this chaos and this knot. So it sort of had these holes, so there were ways to get in and out of it, which I think might make it slightly more confusing, but that's okay because I feel like mine's sort of all about confusing people and like fooling them, which is where the front is sort of straight and the back and the whole building is really round because it's sort of this like facade that's very unlike the rest of what's going on. So, yeah. Was that fast enough?
Yeah.
What's the idea behind the little triangle thing?
Well, I built the front, and then I realized it didn't reach the ceiling. And I wanted to continue the very not roundness, and I already had squares, so I felt like that would definitely continue that feeling. Even though like there's these curves, I sort of wanted, like I felt like if it had this flat here with the angles, and it would sort of hide the fact that this is a curve and that this is a curve, and it wouldn't be quite as noticeable from the
How does so your sculpture is in the center, right?
front. Yeah. So
How does the circulation? How would you want people to navigate this space?
I would assume they'd come in here and then sort of do this.
Okay.
So it would be, I feel like it'd be a spiral motion, but I didn't really want to be like a forced, this is a spiral path and then you have to turn around in the middle and then kind of work against the flow on the way out.
It's interesting, like you mentioned, like you wanted it to kind of be a bit confusing.
Yeah, well I mean, since it isn't just a spiral, people aren't just like, we're going in a circle and then you go back out in a circle. It's sort of there's other ways, there might be people coming out here, or somebody might come in here and decide to go like this way, so it'd be slightly more.
Yeah, because like originally I was thinking it was confusing, and then to the point in your presentation when you said you wanted that to be a focus, then it's all starting to make sense. So like you can walk into the front and then you walk around, but once you get to the end of this big round area, suddenly you have that wall, and you don't know where to go from there, and because the sculpture's to your left. So like you're like following along a path, and then once you get there, it's completely different, you know, like this back corner.
Well, I was going to say, I think you're saying the same thing as I actually enjoy that how you did the entrance, and then what happens is, however you come in, you're inside, plus you have this like, dark roof thing. It's dark. and you come inside, and then you maybe you walked around following the outside wall, you notice that opening, like whatever, right? And you come in and you see the back, like it looks like you have some kind of texture going on, or something that pops out again on the other side of the flat part, and you come around and then you see that again as a reminder, maybe of how you entered or whatever the other face.
Like, let's see, I don't know.